Hi there, Jillian from Gulf Coast Canine here. Thanks for tuning in. And today I wanted to take the opportunity to chat about sharing affection with our dogs. And so I know this sounds maybe like a bit of a silly topic, like why do we need to talk about sharing affection with our dogs? Well, I'll tell you why. Because a lot of owners, myself included, petting, loving on, and snuggling my dog makes me feel good. Let's face it. So I love nothing more than at the end of the night to turn on one of my favorite shows or doom scroll on my phone and snuggle with one of my dogs. It's probably my favorite part of my day. However, there are times that I will not share affection with my dog because it's not appropriate. And those are the times that I actually want to talk about. So I see all too often when owners are out with their dog and their dog is losing their ever-loving mind, barking at people, lunging and pulling towards other dogs, losing it around squirrels or distractions, bicycles, chasing cars. And the first thing that owners want to do is reach down and touch their dog, usually offering some kind of, it's okay. And when we're doing that, we're actually rewarding our dog. And we're telling them, it's okay, keep doing that behavior. So when we're sharing affection, even if we view it as we're consoling our dog because they're nervous or fearful, or they're losing their mind and you reach down to touch them to kind of pull them into you or to pull them and hold them back, that kind of touch is viewed as affection to our dogs. And that kind of touch, while we're trying to do something maybe that we feel is appropriate, our dog is actually viewing that as a reward, as a, hey, keep doing that behavior because that's okay. So when we're sharing affection with our dog, either through touch or we're verbally telling them, hey Fluffy, it's okay, don't be afraid, we're sharing that soft energy with them and we're actually telling them, hey, guess what? I'm afraid too. Remember, our dogs don't speak English. So the way that they view our body language is what talks the loudest. So often I hear, oh, well, I use hand signals for my dog. Well, yeah, of course. We say sit, we say down, we say come, right? So our verbal is essentially being ignored because we're putting body language or gestures over it. So our dogs read our body language, they're masters at it, and they do it in such a way that they don't hear what we're saying because, to be quite honest, they don't understand it, they don't speak our language, but they can read our body language and they pull those context cues out, and that gives them a way to understand how they're supposed to act and interact in that situation. So when our dogs are losing their mind, if we touch them or we console them, right? It's okay. We're actually rewarding the behavior. So these are times that we should not be sharing touch or affection with our dog. So if I have a dog in for training and they happen to be fearful of things, whether it's the environment, children, other dogs, and they tend to cower away, I'm actually going to act more confident in that environment and in that situation, and I'm going to be more relaxed. I'm not going to share calm or soft energy with my dog in the form of touch or affection. Again, because they're going to read that as, yep, I should be terrified of that scary thing over there because this human says so. Well, if that human actually acts more confident around that thing or actually walks up and touches it, interacts with it, our dog can see that there's actually nothing to be fearful of. So in those situations and in those positions that you and your dog might be in, sharing affection and soft, calm energy is not the way to go. You should actually be more confident. Break out some snacks or some high value rewards and work your dog through it. Obviously, if your dog is aggressing, meaning being reactive and lunging on the leash, again, I see so many people reach down and grab their dog by the collar or the harness and take their other hand and put it around the front of them to restrain them. Again, that is just telling them, hey, yeah, keep doing that. So pick and choose when you are sharing attention and affection with your dog, and make sure it's the right and appropriate times to be doing so. If your dog is barking at somebody, touching them at that time is not the greatest idea. I would actually rather coach people to just walk away from that trigger than try to sit there and console your dog through it. So I hope this bit of advice is really helpful. Again, I'm not saying don't share affection with your dog. It's actually one of my favorite things to do. But just be mindful about when and how you're sharing affection, and make sure it's the behavior that you want to be rewarding with your dog.